Hello and welcome to Master Race Cars Rallycross Championship Season 2, round number 3 from Fern Bay, Rallycross number 1, with the Shanker T16 mod in Live for Speed. You're watching Sim Broadcast on Twitch and YouTube, and today's a bit special because I'm currently in Prague in an apartment with Martin Kapal, Jaroslav Donelik and Michael Malek, so they can't run away from interviews this time, boys. They're currently frantically clicking because the racing is about to get underway. And joining me today in the commentary box is Tom Jones. Tom, welcome along to Master Race Cars Rallycross Championship.
Hi Pete, it's good to be here. It's been a little while since I've jumped in the commentary box, so excited for what today's going to have in store for us.
Absolutely, and let's get into that. So today we have a slightly different running order. We have 4 races in each of our heats today, and 4 laps in each of our heats and 5 laps in our final. Let's have a look quickly at the calendar for the championship, and as you can see, we have some. We have had some absolutely excellent races so far at Blackwood, Aston Cadet, and today at Fern Bay. We're going to be back at Fern Bay on May 1st for round number 5, and Blackwood next time out, and Westhill for the finale. But today we're at Fern Bay at a track that no one will have seen before because this is the first time this has been used. It uses part of the bullring section, which is used during the This Is Crashmas event by Roni's Tuesday Fun Race series, but also part of the end of the lap for Fern Bay 3 and Fern Bay Club as well. And obviously we're not using much of the tarmac, Tom. We're using a lot of the grass as well. Let's have a look at that track and all of its complexities. The drivers will start on the end of the regular FE3 home straight. They'll make their way down towards turn 1, which is on the grass just before the big jump, and then they'll turn left through a series of sweeping corners. The Joker lap is just between, it starts at turn number 5. They have to go through an extra little loop and then round to the end of the lap through a couple of extra corners to conclude, which is why we're doing 4 laps per heat, because it's quite a short run. So yeah, 3 heats. We're expecting 2 races per heat and then 2 finals. The finals will be 5 laps, and the winner of the B final will be promoted to the A final. Let's have a look at the car, the Shanker T16 mod, the 2-litre inline-4 all-wheel drive 440 brake horsepower car, weighing just over a ton. Tom, it's a handful. You've been watching it for the last couple of minutes around the track. It looks pretty fast around here.
Yeah, indeed. It's got about a 440 horsepower range, and on a car this light on the grass, there's a lot of wheel spin, and the driver's having to work really hard to keep the car under control to get the best laps that they possibly can. Yeah,
and here are the championship standings. Currently, Tim Dicknodder and Michael Malek tied for points and also on the tiebreak, so they are equal first, as we have Daniel Balla, Jaroslav Donelik, Maciej Malowski, Rafael Costa, Martin Kapal, Gabor Gier, Wolfgang Gudis, Jared Mead, and Talha Unsal rounding out the top 11. We have cars on the track. They are ready to go. Let's get to the track for some action as the cars pull away for the first heat here today, Tom.
Yeah, Gabor got a fantastic start and was able to jump into the lead going into turn 1 there. As you see, just washing as soon as they got onto the grass, and he's getting pushed on through. Malowski has taken the lead around the outside. Gabor's managed to hold it on the inside slightly. I'm not sure who's in the lead right now. The cars are everywhere. The two of them fighting hard at the front there. Malowski taking the inside line, but Gabor trying to carry the speed round the outside just for the door to be closed in by Malowski as he takes the lead. Yeah. 3 of them have dived into the Joker lap.
Yeah, 3 cars immediately into the Joker. Jaroslav Donelik there at the back, and it is Malinowski battling hard with Gabor Gier up at the front as these two head towards the end of the first lap then. Already at the end of the first lap, and it is Gabor Gier who takes the lead through across the line. There we are, registering the fastest lap so far, of course. These two yet to serve their Joker. They can leave it to the end. Malinowski not with a good entry into turn 1, going quite wide. And Rafael Costa then, he has a bit of momentum. Whether he has enough pace to overthrow Gabor out front, we will see. It's quite difficult, this Joker lap, because you have to go through a whole load of bushes on the exit of the corner there. And Rafael Costa has some pace, but does he have enough pace to keep ahead of Gabor after he's done his Joker lap? There's only 2.5 seconds between them, Tom, and we are approaching halfway now as they come around this final corner. Oh, Gabor's messed up quite badly there. He's gone really, really deep, and that's going to bunch the field right up. Costa is going to try and make a move on Malinowski before Malinowski's even had a go at his Joker lap.
Yeah, I think Costa's definitely in a fantastic position to look to win, to take the race here. He's right up behind Malowski. As Malowski is struggling to keep this car under control. All that power on this surface is very difficult as Gabor goes into the Joker, a little bit of a bad Joker as he clipped the inside, but Costa's gone through, and Costa's actually fighting Malinowski for the lead right now, holding it tight around the outside, carrying slightly less speed, but will have a slightly better entrance here onto the tarmac, and hopefully for him, get a better drive out. But Gabor is not letting this one go. He's really trying to fight back, getting the car rotated early to try, but Costa's just holding the lines very well. He's looking for a very good exit here. Gabor having to take the tighter line, compromised on exit, and just wasn't able to get the run off the corner.
Yeah, Gabor's in a great position here now. These two are fighting, and this could play into his hands as we end this race. We only have a couple of corners to go. He's going to fire his car into the Joker lap, and Gabor has to pounce now. He doesn't have any other choice. He's got to go for it now, and Costa's already got a good exit. Malinowski's going to be finishing third at best here as Jamie Tressida actually takes over that fourth place position, and it looks like Costa will indeed take the lead and in fact the win here if he can keep the lead for another corner. Will Gabor go for a big send at the final corner? He does. Costa's gone quite wide, but just enough to win the heat. Gabor in P2. Jamie Tressida then in a surprise third place. This is a bit of a pile-up at the end of the race. Unfortunately, it looks like Malinowski, well, he only just finished. I don't see Yaroslav Donlik on my timing screens, but I think he's out there somewhere. Yeah, he's coming around just now to finish the race. That is our 5 finishes for heat number 1, race number 1 here today, Tom.
Yeah, fantastic job from Costa there to secure the victory. On that final lap, he sent the car and got it perfectly set up for that turn 5. So he got the drive off, and then Gabor was just too far back to really have a chance then.
Yeah, there are the final classified positions for that race. Rafael Costa winning in 3 minutes, almost exactly, followed by Gabor, Jamie Tressida, Malinowski, and Donalik. And it was Rafael Costa with that rapid pace, setting the benchmark of 41.75 then, our fastest lap so far of round number 3. Tom, that was great. And we have got another 5 heat races to go before we hit our finals. And it is Rafael Costa, Gabor, and Jamie Tressida who will be pretty high up in the points. Here comes the next race. We're going to grid up very quickly now. In fact, yep, the drivers will be organised, and we will be back in a moment's time for the start of that one. Cars are already back on the grid. Let's get going, Tom, and get this show on the road. And in this heat, we have Goodis, Malik, Tim Dicknodder, Daniel Balla, and Martin Kapal. And they're away 5 abreast as they make their way into the track. Oh, goodness me, cars being shoved off wide. That's Kapal going wide at the entry. We've got a spin. That's Tim Dicknodder in the mix. And Daniel Balla takes an early lead in this heat, going around the outside. Oh, but he's been tagged and spun by Michael Malik. Michael Malik driving through Daniel Balla there pretty much. And Tim Dicknodder wants a piece now. He's trying to avoid the back of Michael's car.
Goodis has taken the Joker lap. He's calling that one early. Doesn't want to get caught up in the scrap, and so has Balla. It's been a fantastic start with the 3 of them there. All of them really close. You've got Michael Malik here still leading Tim Dicknodder as Tim's trying to look to get the car rotated early and get a better run through the corners. But he's not quite able to close that gap in enough on Malik ahead.
Yeah, Michael took a really wide line there and got a better exit. Tim knows this car like the back of his hand. He's got a really nice exit through that section. He's going to try and fire one up the inside of Michael into the bullring section, actually the reverse bullring section. He's trying to go around the outside. He's done it. Michael has nothing to say to that move there. In fact, what he has to say is that he's going to go and take his Joker lap, get that out of the way and try and catch up to Tim before Tim serves his. But Tim looks on pace. Martin's gone a bit wide in the Joker. He just emerges from the bushes now, back into 4th place behind Dan Balla, or is he at the back behind Goodis? It looks like he might be at the back behind Goodis. So not a great start to the heat for Martin. Here comes Tim Dicknodder across start-finish, takes the fastest lap, and we are halfway through race 2 of heat 1. Tim Dicknodder looking strong. The only car left to serve his Joker. Michael Malik in P2. Then we've got Daniel Balla trying to chase down Michael in P3, and Goodis taking a very weird line, very sideways, very wide in fact. This could give Martin a chance at the end of this lap if Martin can tighten those lines up. So yeah, Tim setting the pace. He was victorious in round 1 of the championship. Michael Malik took the overall win in round 2. But Tim looks very, very strong here today, Tom.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable getting the car rotated well before the corner, able to get the power down for the direction he wants to be going. He's really put a bit of a gap now on Michael Malik. I wonder if Michael's made a slight mistake or something, because he has dropped a lot of time to Tim ahead. It looks very comfortable for Tim now. He just needs to keep the car clean and get it round that Joker now. As you see him coming through turn 4 and into this turn 5 section, dives off into the Joker lap, gets it rotated nicely, perfectly on the apex, and good drive out there. And nobody's got any answer for his pace in this Heat 1.
Yeah, Michael's not had a great exit. He's being caught up by Daniel Balla a bit, but I think he'll be safe, Tom. Tim Dicknodder only has one more corner to go, just a quick right and then a left, and he will take the win in race 2 of Heat 1. Very nicely done from Tim Dicknodder. Michael Malik will take P2. Here he comes. And then it is Daniel Balla who takes P3 overall. Who will get that last spot? It's close between Goodis and Kapal, but it looks like Goodis got it ahead of Kapal. Just a couple of car lengths in the end between those two, and that is race number 2. That is Heat 1 complete. We have had all of the races we will have for Heat 1, but yeah, Tim Dicknodder currently setting the pace.
Yeah, fantastic fight from them at the front there. And Tim just sort of got into his rhythm and he just left everybody. Very consistent. And as you see from the fastest lap, he was over a second, nearly faster than the second fastest time.
And there we have confirmation of the results. Tim Dicknodder ahead of Michael Malik, Daniel Balla, Goodis, and Kapal. Tim Dicknodder with the fastest lap of 41.35. So pretty rapid pace from Tim, which we've come to expect in this car. Let's be honest. He's actually released an update to the Shanker T16 mod before this race, and so the drivers they won't have noticed much of a difference in terms of the handling. It's mainly an aesthetic update to the way the car looks, so no handling changes to worry about. Heat 2 coming up in just a moment's time. Another set of 4-lap races, but with a different set of drivers on the grid. And the grid for this one, well, we'll get a look at our spreadsheet here and work out just about who is going to be on this grid. Maybe Chris can let me know in my ear. It is currently Jonathan Palmer trying to work out the order for Heat number 2, and we'll get you those driver lists as soon as we have them. Tom, your first ever commentary in Rallycross in Live for Speed. How are you enjoying it? And have you done any Rallycross stuff before? I know you're really into Rallycross in real life.
Yeah, so I love Rallycross. Is always great fun sport to watch, and it hasn't disappointed watching it here in Live for Speed. It's been a fantastic first heat. We've seen some very close battles in that very first split. Slightly less so in the second split, as it was a bit more petitioned with the drivers. But it's exciting to watch, and the shortness of the races means it's always no one's going to streak ahead, and then you have to watch them. It's action resets, and you get a nice battle straight away again.
We have the grids for Heat number 2. It's going to be Daniel Balla, Matthias Malinowski, Wolfgangus Goodis, Jaroslav Donlik, and Martin Kapal in grid 1. And then in race number 2, Tim Dicknodder, Michael Malik, Rafael Costa, Gabor Gier, and Jamie Tressida in race 2. The cars are on the grid, Tom, and it looks like we are almost ready to go for the start of this next race.
Yeah, here we go. See, Donnelly has the inside line going into turn 1, so he has... my bad, sorry, they're not on the grid yet.
Yeah, but they're just getting set up. And just a bit of a hold. About 1 minute, Tom. The grid needs to be set here for Heat 2. But yes, Daniel Balla, Matthias Malinowski, Wolfgangus Goodis, Jaroslav Donlik, and Martin Kapal, who are both sat behind me. Ready to go, gents?
Sure.
There we are. Beautiful. They're ready to go.
Kind of a BTCC-esque, that with the one of the commentators got 3 of the drivers right behind him.
Yeah, Michael Malik is in race 2. He's currently solving a Rubik's Cube behind me. Here we go for the lights, Tom.
Should have the grid here any second now. Just setting it any second, it'll be there. Here we go. We have the grid. We've got Balla on the inside, then Goodis in second place, Donnelly in the middle, Kapal on the fourth slot, and then Malinowski is on the outside. As we go, green lights, off go. Fantastic start from Bala and Martin Kapal. I think Martin Kapal's jumped a lot of them with the best start, but Bala's still on the inside there, so he's going to have a solid run into turn one here. And he's just able to sneak it up the inside and keep ahead of Martin there on the outside and get the car.
Someone was going very wide there. I think it was Malinowski going very wide. Jaroslav Donlik's just been overtaken by him. Daniel Bala takes over the lead again. And Goodis on the outside. Martin Kapal gives him a bit of a door bang. And then there's further contact between Malinowski and Kapal. Malinowski does the Joker, as well as Dan Bala, who comes out right behind Kapal. And Dan Bala drops back to third then as Goodis takes over the lead of the race. So Kapal and Goodis yet to serve their Jokers in this one. And it looks like Dan Bala has the advantage then, and needs to get past the two ahead of him before Malinowski and Jaroslav Donlik cause him any headaches. Dan going up the inside of Martin. Martin gets a better exit, Tom.
Yeah, it's a fantastic strategy move from Bala, trying to take that Joker first. Didn't quite pay off for him, though, because I think he would have liked to come out ahead of the rest because they were having a good fight behind him, but he's right there with this leading two. In fact, he's trying to make a move on Martin Kapal as it goes now. Kapal's gone wide and Daniel's slipped straight up the inside into second place, and now he just has to hunt down Goodis ahead of him. Fantastic move from him there.
Kapal's gone in the Joker. He's banged the wall a bit, not ideal, and he's come out behind Malinowski. So it is Goodis, who is the only car left to serve their Joker, and Dan Bala right behind as he heads around the final corner. Goodis has gone wide then, and can Dan sneak up the inside? No, Goodis has got a good enough exit, but it's not going to matter because Dan Bala has already served his Joker. Go on board with Dan Bala and see how he dispatches with Goodis. Goodis has got two options. He does it now or he does it on the next lap. Those are his only two choices.
Yeah, Bala needs to be careful not to get too caught up in, but he's gone for a fantastic move up the inside. So Goodis has just dived off to take the Joker now. All he's got to worry about, Bala, is Malinowski behind him. He needs to keep this car clean. He's done a fantastic job all race to just stay out of the real trouble and keep the car going. So he just needs to keep doing that.
Goodis has looped it. This is going to give Kapal a podium potentially. There he goes through. So an unfortunate incident there for Goodis. Can Yada make anything of that? Yes, he can. Oh, goodness me, just avoiding contact. Yada not able to make the move, but decided to back out. So onto the final lap we go. It's Daniel Bala leading Malinowski, who takes the fastest lap, in fact. So he's got the pace in the car, but has he got the pace to get past Dan Bala, who's looked strong since the go? Dan has no traffic ahead of him now. He's just got to keep his eyes forward. Malinowski's trying to go for a big send. He's going late on the brakes. Tight a line out of this corner, Tom. Don't have to go through the Joker. They've already done it. And we have 3 corners to go in this race.
Yeah, Malinowski's going to be trying to hunt Dan down, as doing as much as he possibly can. He's run wide there. That's not going to help him. He wants to get back on that tarmac to get the best traction available. As long as Bala's able to get this corner done nicely, he should be in for the win here. He's getting it nicely round and then tucking it through the apex. And there we go, across the line to pick up the win in Heat 2, followed in by Malinowski.
Yeah, so that is the first heat race winner of heat number 2. Daniel Bala, followed by Malinowski. Third place, it will be Martin Kapal. Comes across the line. There he is in his Savage Simsport skin. Wolfgangus Goodis will take P4, and Jaroslav Donlik comes across the line in P5. Let's get full classification of those results. Tom, something we've seen a lot in this championship is drivers, the tumultuous nature of these races. And again, we've had a bit of a shake-up. Dan Bala, the silent guy, he comes through the field and he's plucky and takes his opportunities when he can get them. Dan Bala wins in 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Malinowski P2 and Martin Kapal rounds out the podium. Goodis and Donlik, unfortunately, not scoring too many points in this one. Fastest lap goes to Dan Bala at 42.9. So not the fastest heat, but definitely full of action and the closest finish we've had.
Yeah, that was a fantastic fight there we saw at the front. So we should have the next split for this heat coming up any second now.
Indeed we will. And there we are. We have some cars ready to go on the grid.
Yeah, got Tim Donoda on the inside, Michael Malik next to him, Costa in the middle, Gabor on the fourth, and Tresader on the very outside. And here we go. Great start from Michael Malik and Gabor. Good jump there. Tim Donoda slightly behind, but I think Malik has managed to sneak away into the lead. But Tim is going for a move up the inside, has to back out of it slightly to avoid taking out Michael Malik. But they've all gone into the wall. Costa's gone for a move, and he's collided with Michael Malik, and Michael Malik has spun round. He's in the middle of the road. He's blocked them all. He's had a bit of contact with Tim at the front there, and Costa's dropped down to third, with Gabor using that to much of his advantage to jump up into second place. But Costa's gone up the inside and then shot into the Joker, narrowly avoiding the front of Gabor's car.
Yeah, Jamie Tressida also threw the Joker lap, and Michael Malik after that bad start. Tim Dicknotter currently leading. I wonder if anyone's going to look into that at the end of this race. A bit of a scrappy beginning, but it did look like Rafael Costa had the run into the first corner, but Michael just hitting the barrier too hard and causing a kind of a pinball effect. Tim Dicknotter, he is miles ahead of anyone else, but still to serve his Joker. Gabor chasing him down. What can Gabor do here? He would look quite like a heat race win in this one, in heat number 2.
Yeah, we know Gabor is quick, but Tim Donato just seems to have so much confidence as he goes for the Joker lap. Does it, hooks it up very well and gets on the power again, and he's coming out just behind Gabor. For everyone else's sake, Gabor needs to put on a fight for him, but he's just let Tim's, I think, just snuck up the inside there, but Gabor's got onto that tarmac first, so he's had the better run, but he's right up behind him. Really, he's run wide there, so that's going to lose him quite a lot of time, I think, and it's going to allow Tim just to sort of sneak away, and Gabor does have to now think about Costa behind him, knowing he does have to do his Joker still. He needs to make sure he's able to get the barrier so he doesn't get caught there.
Michael Malik just got past Jamie Tressida for P4, so a bit of a recovery, but that car looks absolutely battered on the left-hand side from contact with Raphael at turn 1. And Tim Dicknotter then, he has streaked ahead of Gabor as he goes in for his Joker, so this is gonna make Gabor's life even harder. And Tim Dicknotter, again, a very, very, very strong performance as Rafael Costa emerges ahead of Gabor after his Joker. So again, another strong race from Rafael Costa. But yeah, Gabor needs to keep the hammer down. He has just 2 laps or 1 lap to go now to try and get back that P2 position that he's lost after his Joker, Tom.
Yeah, Tim Donato stamping his authority on this race with the fastest lap of the race, taking it back from Costa. Costa has had an issue. Let's just see where he is. Oh, he's still managing to just about hold it ahead of Gabor. It's going to be a big fight here. It's going to leave Gabor with the inside line going in, rubbing his race, and we're seeing fantastic fight from the two of them. Gabor gives him a little tap as he makes his way on through, but I think Costa might have a slightly better run out of that corner, and there we go. They're just sliding on round together, almost sort of like tandem drifting there. But
Pretty much is tandem drifting, but Gabor's not out of the woods yet. He's run pretty wide. Costa can try and make it round the outside. We need to look at Tim Dicknotter, who crosses the line to win. But let's have a look at this battle. It is Rafael Costa just about. Oh, but Gabor's gone for almost a late pit maneuver to try and get the place. Very dirty tactics. Didn't work out. Gabor P3, Michael Malik P4, and Jamie Tressida P5. What a finish from those two. But Rafael Costa made that really, really difficult for himself, Tom.
Yeah, not the way Costa would have wanted to bring that, but very spectacular for us to watch indeed. And I think the move from Gabor, it was optimistic. He had to do it, but it just didn't quite pay off for him.
Absolutely not. I agree. That brings Heat 2 to a close. Tim Dicknotter wins in 2 minutes 54. What a fast heat that was. 6 seconds faster than the fastest heat race so far. Rafael Costa P2, Gabor Gür P3, Michael Malik P4, and Jamie Tressida rounding out the grid. 11 seconds back in P5. Tim Dicknotter, fastest lap at 41.46, slightly slower than his best in his first heat. Tom, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back for Heat 3 in a moment's time. Welcome back to round 3 of Master Race Cars Rallycross Championship Season 2. In this heat 3, the first race will be between Jamie Tressida, Malinowski, Goodis, Kapal, and Donalik. Here they go then for the start, and it is Goodis who gets a good start. Jaroslav Donalik's missed the start, not sure what's happened there, as the 4 of them pull away. Martin Kapal there at the back, and it is Jamie Tressida who has the best run so far. Goodis has tagged the wall. That's going to be a bad run into the next hairpin. He's managed to narrowly avoid any drama from behind. Can Martin Kapal pick up the pieces? Come on, Martin. There he is. He's trying, he said.
Big fight at the front. Tressida and I think it was Malinowski both jumped into the Joker there, which just released Martin Kapal into the lead of the race. And there we go. Also at the back. Goodis has taken the lead of the race. Sorry, I missed him going through, but he's got a bit of a gap now. Martin Kapal acting sort of as a bit of a barrier for the 2 who have Jokered behind him. But Malinowski's there trying to sneak his way up the inside. Big contact there with Kapal. Malinowski's facing the wrong way. He's clipped Jamie Tressida, who's gone flying into the wall. This is all playing into Goodis' hands as he's absolutely streaking away there at the front.
Yeah, we ride on board with Martin Kapal taking a bit of a shallow line into turn 1. Needs to tighten it up for the hairpin. Probably too much tightening there, Martin, as he tries to get the car under control. He's got Jamie Tressida right behind him, who's trying to get back through. Kapal hasn't served his Joker, but he goes in now, and that will slot him back into P4. Yarda's got going. He's currently at the back, but he's done his Joker and he's on his way, so that's good to see. Goodis, the only car yet to do their Joker, but currently in P1, 3.1 seconds ahead of Malinowski, which will be enough. So if Goodis serves his Joker now, he'll come out in the lead. Malinowski will retain P2 and that fight with Jamie Tressida. Let's see if Goodis does his Joker now. Again, a little bit of a strange entry through turn 1, a bit wide through turn 2. And as he makes his way down to this complex, will he take the Joker lap? You can see Malinowski closing in all the time, and he's not going for the Joker on lap 3, and he's bouncing off the walls. So not a clean lap this at all, really, from Goodis. And Malinowski has taken the gap down by almost half a second to Goodis, down to 2.7, which might just be enough to be in with a fight of winning this. He also has the fastest lap so far, Tom.
Yeah, I really think Goodis missed a trick there. He should have gone for the Joker just to cover off Malinowski's charge, because if he takes the Joker and then it just comes out just ahead of him, he's still able to fight him. But if he leaves too much time and Malinowski closes in on him, if he goes for the Joker, it's going to give Malinowski a great advantage to come out ahead of him, as Tressida has just taken the fastest lap of the race. Let's see, Goodis has to take the Joker this time. Let's see if he's able to come out in front of Malinowski.
Yeah, it's hit the wall, slow entry. This is going to be tight on the exit with Malinowski. Malinowski's quite good exit from there, from turn 5, but rejoins behind, and Goodis only has a few more corners to hold this, but we've seen it go wrong for other drivers in this championship so far. But it looks like Goodis has got everything wrapped up, a good line through the previous corner there. Final 2 corners to go, and it will be Wolfgangus Goodis who takes the win. A very, very close finish this between Malinowski and Jamie Tressida in the end. And now we're just going to wait and see who comes out in P4. It will be Martin Kapal coming across the line in P4. And Yarda, he's somewhere around the back of the track. Tom?
Yeah, he's about half a lap behind,
very
I
close.
think it is. Yeah, it's
very close to the top 3.
I think Malinowski made a slight error on that final lap during the first section, because he did lose, I think it was about half a second to Goodis, which ended up being the gap at the Joker. So a poor first sector meant he couldn't get the lead for the win there.
And there is Jaroslav Donalik just coming across the line now to be the 5th and final finisher in Heat 3, Race 1. Tom, let's go through the official results and see what's what with the standings after that one. It is Wolfgangus Goodis winning in 3 minutes 03, followed by Malinowski and Tressida, the closest finish we've had, all 3 of those within 2 seconds. Martin Kapal and Jaroslav Donalik in P4 and 5. Jamie Tressida set the fastest lap with 42.79, pretty quick from him. And in the next race, Heat 3, Race 2, will be fought out between Tim Dicknodder, Rafael Costa, Michael Malik, Gabor, and Daniel Ballo.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one, this one. We've seen people with some varying sort of tactics that we've seen and some good pace. So it's going to be exciting to see who's able to get the launch through off the line and come out in front.
Here comes the final heat race to determine the classifications, the starting order for our two finals, our A and B finals. And on the grid, we have Tim Nicknodder, Rafael Costa, Michael Malek, Gabor Gür, and Daniel Balla. And there are the lights. We are away, and it is a good start from Michael Malek in the middle there, with Tim Nicknodder dropping back slightly.
Yeah, Tim's had a very poor start there. He's started right at the back, but Michael Malek has not had a good run through turn one again, and Tim Tenoda's gone up the inside. He's clipped Gabor, but able to get through. Michael Malek holding P2, and Costa has struck away in the lead, but Tim Tenoda's done a fantastic job to recover from that start. Costa's diving for his Joker straight away, and so is Daniel Balla. This is releasing Tim Tenoda into the lead, and I think from what we've seen, this is going to be a bit of a hindrance for the rest of them because they're going to have Tim streaking away, and I think he's going to do his Joker on the final lap again to try and build as big of a margin as he possibly can.
Yeah, well, don't discount the other drivers. Michael is rapid when he wants to be. Gabor is currently being tangled up with Rafael Costa. Costa's going to nail him in the side of the door. He has done, so those two are definitely tangling. This is allowing Dan Balla to get closer. Remember, Rafael was absolutely rapid in his first heat, and he's caught up to the cars ahead of him who have yet to serve their Joker. But yeah, you're right, Tim Nicknodder streaking ahead, doesn't care about anyone else right now, not taking his Joker on lap 2. He doesn't need to until the final lap, of course, as Gabor goes into the Joker. And
yeah,
comes
I think
out at the back, in fact.
I think the Joker costs around 2 seconds, I think it is, just because you don't quite get the launch that you would if you take the inside because of the tarmac. So Gabor there dropping in behind Costa, and Costa's got a lot of work to do now to catch up to the guys ahead of him.
Yeah, importantly, you also come out on the outside of the corner, which gives you a bad run into the next sequence. So you can afford to be slightly more than 2 seconds behind and still gain an advantage if you do your Joker lap early. As we see Michael Malek riding on board, he has Tim Nicknodder streaking away, his teammate actually streaking away ahead of him. Quite a tight entry into turn 5, but that's because he's serving his Joker. Kind of a slow apex, but he's managed to get out. Where's he come out? Well, Rafael Costa's got ahead of him, but he's got out just ahead of Dan Balla, who's having a move. He'll be on the tarmac sooner. You can see the initial pickup of speed as Dan gets onto the tarmac. Michael forces him onto the grass, and we are all square again. The battle for the back of this race is more interesting than the battle at the front right now because, well, Costa is in a void between Dan Balla and the rear 3.
Yeah, it's really, Gabor's right on the tail of Dan Balla there. You've got, as you see here at the front, Tim is just streaking away. Got Michael Malek there in the hot, trying to hold on to that third place spot. Just got the three of them perfectly, just fighting each other. Gabor going for a slightly different line as Malik's taking a slight open, left the door open. Dan Balla is going for the move up the inside, got the drive away, and he currently has just enough of a lead. He spun it.
Gabor's managed to get past Balla, so Balla's not had a good run here. Michael Malek and Dan Balla having some door banging, but I don't think it matters because I think Michael was clearly ahead there. Tim Nicknodder wins ahead of Rafael Costa in P2. Blink and you miss it in these heats, to be honest. Michael Malek P3, Gabor in P4, and Dan Balla after that last lap spin. He's not happy, is he? P5.
Yeah, he was doing such a good job, and I think he just washed slightly wide into Michael, and it just caused the car to rotate.
And there we have it. Tim with a very, very fastest lap there, 41.27, absolutely rapid. And that is the fastest heat we've had, I think, 2:54.3. Rafael Costa P2, Michael Malek P3, Gabor and Dan rounding out the final 2 positions. So we have an A and a B final. The B final will consist of the drivers who scored the fewest points in these heat races. The winner of that heat will join the fastest guys in the A final at the end of the event. Tom, let's have a few words with our drivers in the room here. I'm joined by Martin Kapal, Michael Malek, and Jaroslav Donnelly. Boys, how did it go? Did you enjoy that one?
It was something else. It was really special.
Yeah, good to be together for the event. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's an interesting opportunity to actually be physically together and race.
Yeah, Michael, did the Rubik's Cube help?
Not really. Also, this home soil disadvantage is not really helping, but I'm enjoying it a lot. So it's really great to be here with you.
Good stuff. Yarda, it's not been your evening.
Well, to be honest, I'm not the fastest, but I'm pretty sure if our viewers could see the little table with our 3 laptops, they would understand that these are not the best conditions to top level racing, but I'm enjoying it. It's really good fun.
Yeah, these guys have got 3 laptops and a tiny little coffee table here, and they're doing a great job. They're having a lot of fun. But yeah, good to be in Prague, meeting up with these guys for round number 3 of the Master Race Car Rallycross Championship. Tom, it looks like we have some excellent finals coming our way in just a few moments' time, and it looks like those numbers have been worked out, so we can start to announce who is going to be on each of those grids. We'll just wait for the final classification. It does look like we have cars 61, 31, 41, 64, and 23 on the B final grid. Just trying to match those up now. So we have Jamie Tressida, we have Matthias Malinowski, we have Wolfgangus Gudis, Martin Kapal, and Jaroslav Donelik in the B final. The winner from that will go through to the A final to join Tim Dicknodder, Rafael Costa, Michael Malik, Gabor Gier, and the number 43, Daniel Balla. So Dan Balla, even with that result, just about squeaked through into the A final.
Yeah, I think he's gotten quite lucky with that one because he did lose quite a lot of time.
Yeah, he did. So here we go then. We will have the racing action on the screen in just a moment's time for the start of the first of 2 finals in this event. The B final first, of course. And 2 of the guys in the room here are going to be involved, Martin and Jaroslav. All right.
So Pete, out of the 2 you have in the room there, which one do you think has the highest chance of going through into the A final?
Well, if I had to look at the numbers, it looks like Martin stands a better chance right now. Yarda has been having some laptop trouble, but anything can happen. So, Tom, there's going to be a test start for the B final, and we may as well watch along to see how it goes. The race will restart properly after Sector 1. So the drivers are going to be placed on the grid, and we will be away for the B final test start. Just 1 sector of racing, just for the drivers to get used to who they're around and how the drivers can how they take each of their independent starts. Here comes the test start. Race director Jonathan Palmer setting everybody off, and there they are on the grid. Jamie Tressida lines up on the front row alongside Matthias Malinowski, Wolfgangus Gudis, Martin Kapal, and Jaroslav Donelik at the back. And here they go for the test start. This is not a real start. We will go green for the real start in a moment's time after they cross over the Sector 1. And it looks like everyone's through relatively cleanly. A bit of a bump into the wall for Gudis. And here we go for the real start.
Yeah, let's see if Gudis can replicate that fantastic start he had in this proper one we have here. So the lights should be up in any second now. There you go, 1, 2, and any second now, holding them for a long time. There we go, green. And some great start once again from Gudis. He's had fantastic. He's drawn alongside. They're 3 wide. Trester does have the inside, so he does, of course, have the advantage. But Malinowski's gone for the swoop around the outside, and he's made it stuck. Gudis clipping the barrier slightly, and then back into the wall again. And he's had another crash with Donelik. Martin Kapal in the back with Malinowski at the front, and Gudis has gone for a send up the inside. He's got that position back on Donelik, and Trester is sat there in the middle. He dives Trester and Donalik have dived into the Joker lap, with Martin Kapoor now jumping up into that third place spot.
Yeah, Martin takes over the P3 spot just ahead of Tressida, but it is Malinowski who leads this race, and it is Goodis in P2. Goodis got a bit of a shove from Yaroslav going into turn 5, and it seemed to help him. It pushed him around the corner and allowed him to close up to the back of Malinowski's Shanker T16 mod. A great mod in Live for Speed. If you want to try it out, you can do. Just grab yourself an S3 license and put your car on a Rallycross circuit, and away you go. As we see Malinowski having a tough time. Martin has spun around, apparently, and that's going to allow Yada to try and catch up, or maybe go around the outside, but Yada's opted not to go for that route. As we see Goodis closing up to the back of Malinowski once again.
Yeah, and these two do have a bit of a gap at the front there. Back to Tressida with Kapoor taking the Joker. So now the front two, only two that haven't done their Joker lap yet, but there is a 3-second margin between Goodis and Tressida. So there is a long time that they have is a safety barrier.
Yeah, Yada and Kapoor have switched orders again. They've switched over. So let's get some looking at the front as we have Goodis and Malinowski battling once again. Malinowski still holding on to the lead here.
All this fighting is allowing Tressida to catch up as Goodis has gone for a move up the inside. It hasn't worked out, but Malinowski has had a fantastic run as a result, and Goodis is now falling into the clutches of Tressida, who is right behind him and is in a perfect position to look to win this race. With the two of them in front, having to take a Joker still, he's just 2 seconds behind Malinowski, so he's going to have a very good opportunity to go for this win.
Yeah, we have an extra lap as well, and these two up front have not served their Joker, so Jamie Tressida is perfectly placed. He's not quite close enough to the leader for it to be a clean win. He does have to push a little bit harder and hope that Goodis trips over Malinowski at some point. They are starting to get closer again. But when will these two take their Joker laps? Will they do it now or on the final lap? Goodis going in now as we follow him through. And this is going to be close, is it, with Tressida? No, it's not, because Goodis has got his entry into the Joker all wrong. That could give Martin a shout, but Martin is quite a way back at this point. So not able to pick up the pieces from Goodis, not getting the greatest Joker lap. So Tressida, he's in the golden seat. He's in the golden seat here.
Yeah, it's all down to see. He just needs to keep the pressure on and hope Malinowski doesn't go complete perfect. He doesn't want to be doing that. It's going to cost him time, but he has had I don't think Malinowski had a particularly great run through turn 1 either there. So he's right behind him now, just 1.8 seconds separate the two of them. So Malinowski has to get an absolutely perfect Joker now to have any chance of winning this race. Tressida's taken the lead with Malinowski sliding wide. He's taken a big advantage there. Tressida's now through into the lead with Goodis in third place, trying to catch up onto the back of Malinowski, but I think Tressida is going to be bringing this car home for P1. He's always run awfully wide there, gets the car managing to rotate round, nice slide all the way through that and crosses the line to win the B final, so we'll be seeing him in the next final as well. And a nice celebratory donuts for his achievement there.
Yeah, great stuff. Tressida winning in a decent time there, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Malinowski in P2, Goodis in P3, and Martin Kapoor P4. We're just waiting for Yaroslav Donlik to come around. Yaroslav has finished. There he is. And a pirouette to the finish. And let's get those results up on the screen.
Yeah, fantastic job from Tressida there to secure that B final victory. So we will be having a 6-car grid now for the A final, with Tressida taking up that final spot.
Yeah, so Jamie Tressida promoted 3 minutes 46.93, his winning time, followed by Malinowski, Goodis, Kapoor, and Donalik. Fastest lap going to Malinowski in the end, 43.1, but not good enough to get him through to the A final, which will be contested between our joint championship leader Tim Dicknodder, Rafael Costa, Michael Malek, also joint championship leader as we go into this race, Geborgia, then we will have Dan Balla and Jamie Tressida. Let's go for the race, Tom.
There we go. Race just gridding up will take place in just a second now. And here we go. We've got Tim Dicknodder on pole with Costa on the middle next to him in second, with Michael Malik and Gabor taking up the second row, with Dan Bala and Tressida bringing out the final row. Let's see who can get the great start off the line here. Gabor's had a very strong start. Costa's moved off to cover him up, and Tim and Costa are side by side going into turn one. See if Costa's able to carry the speed around the outside. Tim has been able to just sneak ahead, and he's clear at the front there. Gabor going for a move up the inside, kind of makes contact with one of the other cars. I didn't see who exactly that was, but it's cost him a lot of time, and he's dropped back. Dan Bala has managed to sneak all the way up, and a huge lunge from Michael Malik, just shoving Gabor out the way there to jump himself up into, I believe it's third place he's in now, and Gabor there is right on his tail.
Yeah, Dan Bala's done the Joker lap. I think I saw another car go through. Yep, Jamie Tressida's gone through the Joker too. But it is Tim Dicknodder leading from Rafael Costa, the two guys who did an absolutely awesome job in their heat racing. Michael Malik currently in P3 and Gabor Gier in P4. The gist of it is, Tom, that at some point at the end of this race, we will have a new championship leader. The tiebreak between Malik and Dicknodder will be settled in one way or another, as Michael runs pretty wide, and that allows Gier to switch through. But goodness me, somehow Michael Malik's managed to touch the front of Gabor's car with the front of his. That's how deep he went into there, and that's impressive, as I hear the giggles behind me begin. Tim Dicknodder leading ahead of Rafael Costa. Michael Malik still in P3 somehow, and Gabor has gone through the Joker lap.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't think Michael was particularly in control of his car when that happened. It looked like he was in full recovery mode and got very lucky with the slight contact he had with Gabor there. Tim Dicknodder streaking away as per in the lead there, 1.8 seconds clear of Costa behind him. And Costa's got a solid nearly 4-second barrier back to Michael Malik, who does have Daniel Bala right behind him.
Yeah, Dan's already done his Joker, so no need to go through. Michael opts not to on this lap either, but Rafael Costa, importantly, just did his Joker lap and came out ahead of Michael, so Michael might be losing a podium here, currently holding on to it, but he needs to open that gap over the 2 laps and a bit that we have remaining. We're riding on board with Dan Bala. You can see that there. You can see his name and number, which is nice. There's a skinnable portion of the Shanker T16 mod that allows the driver to add some nice little decals on the inside of their car, which is something new to Live for Speed. But yeah, look at Dan. He's got a little bit of a tighter line, better line initially into the hairpin to try and close up to the back of Michael. Will Michael go into his Joker now? No, he's going to leave it to the final lap. Dan does run slightly wide. That plays into Michael's hands. Tim's also done the Joker and comes out ahead, importantly, of Rafael Costa. Michael Malik, the only car left to serve the Joker. It's also getting pretty close between Dan Bala and Gior. We've got a pretty intense final here, Tom, and 1 lap to go now.
Yeah, Gabor has actually done Daniel. I don't really think we saw exactly where, but he's got the lead on him. And so he's in the perfect seat now for taking that 3rd place. He's just got Michael Malik ahead of him that he can realistically reach. And I think he's definitely going to be able to get that, because Michael has to take that Joker lap now. See Tim here going very well. Slightly wide there, but he's going to have a solid run out of turn 5 there. And Costa I don't think anybody really has an answer for this pace that Tim is displaying here today. He's been very dominant in all of his heats, and he looks to be running on to take the final win here. Just 3 corners left to go. Gets the car well rotated, and then getting it all the way around. Nice. There it is. Job done. Tim Dicknodder wins the A final here for today's race.
Thank you very much, Tom. And that makes him the first double winner of this championship so far. Rafael Costa denied once again the win. There are only 2 race winners, of course, so far. Michael Malik and Tim Dicknodder, who takes 2. Rafael Costa P2, Gabor Gier P3, Jamie Tressida P4, Daniel Bala P5, and oh my dear, where is Michael Malik? Here he is in P6. What happened there, Michael?
I messed up.
He messed up, apparently. Well, we got that, Michael. You're in P6. Not a great result. And yeah, fewer points than you would have liked, I'm guessing. Tom, let's wrap up, and then we'll grab some interviews, some actual interviews. Actual interviews. Fantastic.
Sounds like a great idea to me.
It does. So here come the final classified positions in that race. Tim Dicknodder confirmed 3 minutes 35 seconds. Very, very fast heat from him. Rafael Costa in P2. Gabor Gier P3. That is your podium in the result of the A final. Then it's Jamie Tressida, Daniel Bala, and Michael Malik rounding out our finishers. Tim Dicknodder again, another stunning fastest lap, and I believe that is the fastest lap of the event, 41.12. Great effort again from Tim. So,
Yeah.
Tom, give me your thoughts.
I just have to say, I think it's a fantastic event that's been on here. It's really interesting and really high pace and lots going on. It doesn't really have any of that lulls that you can often see in longer circuit races. So it's really exciting all of the time. And I have to say, I think Jamie Trester's done a fantastic job to win the B final and then put on a good display for himself, picking up that 4th place position in the A final here.
Absolutely. Tom, I'm going to take a few interviews. I think we're going to hear from Tim Dicknodder at some point. But let's hear first from Michael Malik. Michael, it didn't go too well. What happened?
Which I knew it was just a bad day for me, and I caused a few unintentional and unfortunate crashes, which I'm really sorry for. But this was quite a repeat of the first round of the Rallycross Championship, where I was also lost in the A final. So using this logic, I should win the next one, but we will see.
Yeah, well, it's now 2 wins to Tim and 1 to yourself. There's a lot to do in round 4.
Of course it is, but if he has some technical problems again, then I have some chance. Otherwise, he's just above my level.
Well, you can tell that Tim Dicknodder's psychology is working because Michael Malik is banking on hardware issues for his competitors. You need to beat them on pace, Michael. That's how it works. Martin, what happened, man?
I think I'm too used to using my wheel because right now I'm using my old laptop with mouse, and it was just, I was so slow and I wasn't used to the hardware. But again, blaming the hardware.
Hardware problems are the reason that the drivers here are struggling.
But the important thing is that we had fun. And
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Indeed. Can you echo those sentiments, Yada?
Well, of course, we were having a fun, and that's the most important thing. That's why we are here. That's why we do all of this. And yeah, it was a brilliant experience, and I think no one will ever forget this. So yeah, it's amazing. Thanks for that.
Thanks, guys. Tom, any final thoughts?
I think it's been a fantastic race that we've had here and a fantastic event, and I fully look forward to seeing the next one put on.
Perfect. Well, the final thoughts for the broadcast will be that exactly. Let's have a look at the combination for the next race. Round number 4 of the championship will take place in a couple of weeks' time, and that will take place at the Blackwood Rallycross 2 layout by Master Race Car, which we're not sure what that looks like yet, but we hopefully will soon, on April 17th at 1:30 UTC. Tom, yeah, thank you very much. I hope you can join us for another one of these. It was useful to have you in the commentary box. You're pretty good at it, as it turns out.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great fun. I know I can't make it for the next round, but hopefully look to be able to make it for Fern Bay.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. You've been watching Sim Broadcast on Twitch and YouTube, and this was the Master Race Car Rallycross Championship Season 2, Round 3 from Fern Bay. From all of us here, and from the team here in Prague, from Michael Malik, from Jaroslav Donalik, and Martin Kapal, we wish you a very happy evening. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. See you later.